In this video, that is, today we will learn about thalamus. Thalamus is mass of nuclei, this is part of diencephalon, and this is concerned with sensation, reflex center, and important relay center. This is important relay center. These are the functions of this thalamus in short. This is mass of nuclei and part of this diencephalon. Other parts of diencephalon are thalamus, epithalamus, uh, subthalamus, hypothalamus, optic nerve, optic chiasma, and optic tracts. These are the parts developed from this diencephalon. Now, so thalamus is a mass of nuclei and its size is very small, like a small egg. Now its position. This is about the introduction of thalamus. Position of thalamus. It is medial to posterior limb of the internal capsule and two in number, one on each side, and they are mirror image to each other. This is thalamus, and thalamus is singular and plural is thalmi. Two thalmi are present, and this is internal capsule, anterior limb, posterior limb, and this is caudate nucleus. This globus pallidus, interna and externa, and this is putamen. We have learned about this in our basal ganglion video. This is anterior limb of the internal capsule, and here it is genu. This is posterior limb. What is internal capsule? Internal capsule is collection of fiber, that is axons, and this is white in color due to presence of axon. This is internal capsule. This part is genu, and here it is related to this thalamus. Now the other position, other landmark is, it is corpus callosum, lateral ventricle. In lateral ventricle, anterior horn of the lateral ventricle, it forms the wall of the lower wall of the this anterior horn of lateral ventricle. There are two thalmi are there, and this is connection between the thalamus. We have learned about this. This is massa intermedia or isthmus. This is about the position of the this thalamus. Now, relation of this thalamus. Thalamus has two poles. Upper pole cephalic and caudal pole. Cephalic is also known as rostral, and rostral pole and this caudal pole. The rostral pole starts just behind the plane of the foramen of Monro and the genu of the internal capsule. It is present here. Upper portion, cephalic portion or rostral pole starts just behind the plane of the foramen of Monro and genu of the internal capsule. And caudal pole, that is also pulvinar, known as pulvinar, and overhangs the geniculate bodies and superior colliculus. Geniculate body is there. This is lateral geniculate body, and this is medial geniculate body. Medial geniculate body and lateral geniculate body. This is the position of this upper pole or cephalic and this rostral pole. Now medially, what is medially? Medially is that is border of the this is medially is this third ventricle, medially third ventricle, laterally internal capsule, posterior limb of internal capsule, and upper pole, lower pole. This is lateral portion, medial portion, and on the dorsum we are saying that this is caudate nucleus is present, and ventral is subthalamus. Ventrally here it is as subthalamus. So this is about the relation of thalamus in the brain. It is just above the midbrain. Thalamus is above the midbrain. This is the position of thalamus. Now about thalamus, thalamus is divided by internal medullary lamina in two unequal parts. This thalamus is divided into two unequal parts by internal medullary lamina, and this is Y-shaped structure. In this side Y is, this is Y, then this is anterior group of nuclei, anterior group of nuclei. This is anterior end, this is posterior end, and this is anterior group of nuclei. Here it is medial, here it is medial group of nuclei, and it is also known as mediodorsal. And then this is ventral, this is ventral part, ventral group of nuclei. This is divided into two parts, dorsal and ventral. This is medial and this is lateral. Sorry, this is medial and this is lateral. Lateral is divided into dorsal and ventral parts. Dorsal part is known as pulvinar. This is known as pulvinar group of nuclei. This lateral group is divided into ventro-anterior, ventro-lateral anterior or ventro-lateral posterior, ventro-lateral and ventro-medial posterior or ventro-posterior medial nuclei. This is dorsal. So, and this is isthmus. This is isthmus. This is isthmus. And in the internal medullary lamina, there are some group of nuclei, internal medullary nuclei, in which one is larger, and this is known as centromedian nucleus. This is the nuclei, position of nuclei, and this thalamus is covered by a capsule, C-shaped capsule, which is incomplete on the dorsum. This is substantia stratum medullaris. This is thalamic fasciculus, external medullary lamina, and stratum joneal. This is the stratum joneal. The stratum joneal covers the thalamus on the dorsum also, and external medullary lamina. In between this thalamus and external medullary lamina, some reticular nuclei are present in between external medullary lamina and this thalamus. Although that is not part of reticular nuclei, these reticular nuclei are not part of thalamus, but they are very closely related to this thalamus. And so this is, today we have learned about thalamus, anatomical physiology of the thalamus. Group of nuclei, types of nuclei or group of nuclei are anterior nuclear group, medial nuclear group, centromedian nucleus lateral group, dorsal ventral. Dorsal is also known as pulvinar and it is ventral. Then metathalamus. Metathalamus is divided into two parts, that is lateral genuculate body, and here it is lateral genuculate body present on the lateral side, and medial genuculate body. Lateral genuculate body is concerned with vision. How we can remember lateral genuculate body? L for light, easy to remember, and median is for music. This is a medial genuculate body. This is about the anatomical, physiological anatomy of thalamus. Next class we will learn about. This connections and functions of the thalamus. So thank you very much.